Christmas was called off, they informed me. Too tight this year, just staying home. I spent that day in solitude. I used to believe that family was everything. Christmas especially was sacred to us. But then, on what should have been the most wonderful day of the year, I discovered my entire family had been living a lie. A lie designed to steal not just my money, but my very sense of belonging. The betrayal cut so deep, it felt like a physical wound. What happened next changed everything. My name is Brittany, I'm 28, and I grew up in Willowbrook, a small town in Arizona where everyone knew everyone. As the oldest of three, I always felt responsible for my family. My parents, Michael and Laura, ingrained in us strong values about family bonds and traditions. My brother Josh is 25, and my sister Katie is 22. We weren't wealthy, but we were happy, especially during the holidays. Christmas? Oh, Christmas was pure magic in our house. Mom would spend weeks decorating every corner of our modest three-bedroom home. Dad would drive us around town to see the lights, hot chocolate in hand. We had silly traditions, matching pajamas on Christmas Eve, taking turns opening one gift before bed. These memories were the bedrock of my childhood. I was always the academic one. After high school, I got a scholarship to Arizona State for computer science. College was tough, but I worked part-time, determined to make something of myself. Even then, family was my priority. I came home for every holiday, especially Christmas, no matter how busy I was. After graduating with honors, I landed my dream job at Tech Fusion in Seattle. It was an amazing opportunity, even if it meant moving over 1,000 miles away. My starting salary was more than both my parents had ever made combined. I was proud, but I missed being close to home. Everything changed 3 years ago when Dad lost his job at the manufacturing plant he'd worked at for 20 years. He was 54, and he said struggled to find comparable employment. Mom worked part-time, but their combined income wasn't enough to cover the mortgage on the house they'd been paying off for 18 years. When Dad called me, in tears, afraid they might lose the family home, I didn't hesitate. "I'll help," I told him. "Just tell me what you need." That was the beginning of my financial support. First, it was a few months of mortgage help while Dad looked for work. Then utility bills when winter came. Soon, I was transferring $2,000 monthly just to help them stay afloat. "It's just temporary," Dad would always say, "until I get back on my feet," and I never minded. My job was going great. I'd been promoted twice. My salary easily allowed me to maintain my comfortable Seattle apartment while still supporting them. Despite the distance, I called my parents every Sunday without fail. As Christmas approached this year, our calls became more frequent. I hadn't been home in 6 months because of a massive work project, with overtime and weekend hours. The thought of Christmas with my full story video added in below